Hey everyone, welcome back to Nothing Nerdy. I am back with the Inspector Who Reacts. Hello, Inspector.
Hello again. Hello, everyone. Everyone ready to talk about this?
I
Did
have.
you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Grogu the Little?
The tragedy was a perfect name for this episode. I have thoughts about this episode. I have thoughts. Let's see, Captain Spike. Hello. And thank you. I'm glad you like the Ahsoka photo. I have an app for that. MXC. Hello. How are you? Thank you guys for hanging out and chatting with us.
Is that one of your filters, Ahsoka?
What's that?
Is that one of your filters, Ahsoka?
No,
The Ahsoka filter?
the stream's starting soon. I put up the Ahsoka one.
But is there an Ahsoka filter in the
Oh, I see that thing. I wish I had. Oh my gosh, there should be an Ahsoka filter. Let's put in a request or somebody write Dave Filoni. That would be really cool. Um, yeah, he's referring to. I have this filter thing on my computer that has a mind of its own. Um, and decided to pop in just a few minutes before we started streaming. So
it's been here and there in the streams apparently.
yeah, so I might
Don't know
disappear
why.
in a few minutes. We shall see. All right, so this was the shortest episode this season.
Yeah, this was really short.
Yeah.
I was like, so much happened in such a short amount of time. I really didn't have time to process it.
Yeah, I mean, I like that they did pack in a lot at least. Like, even though it was short, there was a lot that happened. Like, we got a lot out of the episode, which was good because I mean, when I heard it was what is it, 32 minutes long, 34 minutes long, I was like, oh boy, we're definitely not gonna. I was
Yeah, it was like 30. Without the recap and everything, it's like 27 minutes.
yeah, I was thinking, all right, well, this is just gonna be like a
Filler.
filler.
That was a side story.
Yeah, like nothing too interesting is gonna happen, but a lot happened.
Yeah.
I didn't think that we were going to be seeing Tython so soon. I figured that was going to be either the last episode or like the second to last episode. I mean, we're close to that anyway. But I didn't think it was going to happen in this episode. I figured whatever happened in this episode was going to be him just getting to Tython. Yeah.
Like
Um,
that was a big surprise that we just got to the planet already. We didn't even nothing stopped us, nothing happened, nothing in between. Just from Ahsoka to Typhon.
yeah. Yeah, it was literally, just, and I mean, I guess that's been this whole story, this whole series, this whole season, going from point A to point B to point C to point D, like just, all these obstacles kind of getting in his way of, well, not obstacles, but like, he knows what he has to do. It just hasn't been easy getting there, and he's going from place to place, and,
Which,
so,
I guess, compared from last season, we didn't know where we were going. We were just going trying to find places to go. Just
yeah,
places to lay low and such. And it was like, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. It's just like, okay, yeah, now here's like, okay, let's get here. We got here. Let's get here again. We got
yeah,
It's like,
there's
here to here.
yeah, there's like a purpose in every episode. There's a goal. Like, they know where they're going and what they want to do. It's just all these things kind of happen along the way. And this person leads them to this one and this one leads them to that one. Like, but it's been good. So we talked a little bit about this on so I did the watch party on Friday. And, one of the big things that we were talking about, for us Old Republic fans, we were so hyped, like emotional over knowing that we were going to see Tython, because Tython is a big freaking deal, okay? Because in Old Republic, like if you do the Jedi class stories, like that's where your story begins, is on Tython. And Tython is this just beautiful, luscious,
It's green. It's like mountainous. It's got all this sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm. The temple is beautiful. And again, now I know this is thousands of years later. It's not going to look exactly like that. It's going to be in ruins. But ruins can be beautiful. Like, I was explaining, like, I kind of expected it to have this, like, secret garden type of feel with, like, these ruins hidden in overgrown, like, trees and grass and, this hidden gem, kind of. But it looked like mountainous desert, dry land. It looked dead.
Yeah. I gotten to see much more Jedi, whatever it was that looked like the ruins and such. My reason is that this is the Scene Stone. This is just that where that is. It's not, it's just a special kind of place. It doesn't have anything special around it as much, which is a little. I did expect more. I'm kind of expecting that, but it's like it's a big planet. It's like we were expecting New York and we went to Australia. Kind of like I reason it's like, okay, we're not on that side of Tython. We're on this side of Tython.
But why not give us something? Like
I know.
Like this, like Tython should have been memorable.
I know, it didn't feel alien enough. It should have felt like an alien planet is what I think.
It looked very human.
Yeah.
Daniel, hello. I heard Tython first appeared in canon in a Dr. Afra.
Yeah, we did get the canon Dr. Afra comic got Tython, but even that gave us a ruin. She actually took us to like a temple ruin in that story.
Yeah, I heard it first appeared in there. But I mean, in the game, you really get to see it and travel. Like it's, you're immersed in it and you see how beautiful it is. And I realize it's a game. I realize it's not canon, but they made Tython canon. Okay, by putting it in the Mandalorian, they made it canon. It just, to me, it told me that they, although they knew about the planet, they didn't know just how important it was to fans.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
It was. We expected more. We expected something. So sorry to leave.
I need a little more from them. I mean, I think it's cool that they included it and that it is officially canon. I appreciate that, but I was disappointed in how it looked.
Yeah. I feel like we'll get more and more about this. Now that it's canon, now that it's got all this history and stuff, it will get more and more canon lore added to it to expand upon.
Looks like they ran out of money for Tython. that must be what it was.
We've got a finale on the horizon. We must have something big that is being spent on. So.
But like, you could. I mean, I could go on about this, but like, you could have drove. I don't know where they're filming it. They could have drove around. I'm sure there was like a museum, an old historical building, or someone's backyard. That would have been great. Okay, like we got a Scene Stone and done.
It was something. The beginning of the episode really made me. I found it funny where he's like, Mando's like playing fetch with Grogu. She's like, let me see the ball. Okay, fetch. He's like, catch it. It's like,
and then he.
Butter's like, this is how you want to teach a Force user. It's like, hey, fetch. Get the little, like, jingle the keys in front of him.
And even he says, like, I can't train you, kid.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, he's more so like he's just like amazed by that Grogu can do these things, and
yeah,
he's trying to. I kind of have the feeling he's just like trying to get him to use his powers more, his abilities more.
So that he can become a Jedi.
Yeah. So he doesn't lose it. It was funny when.
Anymore.
Yeah. It was funny when he got like Mando got like so excited and Grogu jumped. And, like, he was like, and he dropped the ball, like, what did I do? And he's like, no, kid, you're...
He said a swear word.
Yeah.
That's gonna be Grogu's first word is like, Denveric.
Trees, hills, lake, make a temple, done. You know what, Daniel, you're exactly right. They could have gone to Lake Arrowhead, which is 90 minutes away. They had options. Yeah. They had options. They have like this nice moment in the beginning. He's like, you're really special, kid. You're really special. I was like, oh, yeah. That's so sweet.
This whole season's really been like hitting us with like, we might not get to see them together again. It's like they're really like building up this separation. Like,
I know. I just unless like it's like on one hand I can't see them getting rid of Grogu or the Mandalorian. But on the other hand, I really can't see them staying together for that long. So I don't know, maybe we're not going to get Grogu back this season. Like maybe even in next season, like the first few episodes, there's going to be like all these episodes where they're still apart and he's still like in
Like
held by the
Empire
Empire.
Strikes Back us, where Han's captured and taken away, and we had to wait the whole season, like a whole year, to get to see the results. Like next season, if they find him.
Yeah, but even like not right. Like maybe like halfway through the season, like he'll get Grogu back, and like you're saying, like there's this build up kind of going on, and I doubt they're gonna make it that easy that they get him back this season, which would stink and will make me cry, but it's good storytelling. They can't make it that easy.
Yeah.
Teenage Grogu. Oh, I can only imagine.
It's a challenge for us.
Yeah. But then he arrives on Tython.
We find the stone, the seeing stone, which I mean, it was a little like, okay, it's just this out in the open. It's out in the middle of nowhere, just this big out in the open place.
Yeah.
Like inside this like underground or something, like with this like light beaming on it or something. More temple-ish is what I was expecting.
Same. Yeah, this really wasn't what I expected at all. And so they couldn't land there, so they had to land somewhere else, and then he had to use his jetpack to get up there, which his jetpack somehow mysteriously disappears. I don't really understand that, unless I missed something. But he didn't have his jetpack for later on. He what?
But yeah, when we get to that later point,
yeah,
which
I didn't really get that.
I did love when he gets there and he's like talking to Grogu. He's like, "Is this all familiar to you? Like, do you know any of this?" Like, I'm 5.
And he's like looking for like, is there like a switch or something? Like he's looking all around. He like has no clue. Does this look Jedi to you?
He's not like he has no idea about this Jedi stuff. He has nothing. He has no. It's like it's so weird. Like us being fans, we know all the Jedi tricks and all sort of things. Just like he has no idea what he's doing.
Nope. It's kind of cute. He took it off when they had a standoff.
Yeah, with Boba later.
So he took it off for that.
The trade for the truce. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Why not put it back on though? Because
well,
that.
Yeah,
I mean.
I was thinking of that. So during as they're trying to figure out how the stone works, we see a very familiar ship enter the fray.
Slave 1 is approaching the premises, and who comes out? First we see this hooded figure, and he doesn't know who it is, but he reveals
he's the Jedi, which he would look like a Jedi.
Yeah.
The hood and everything.
And like he was kind of expecting someone to show up, but not them, and turns out to be Boba Fett, who has aligned with Fennec.
Yeah, he gained Fennec as a partner. Because he saved her from her death.
Yeah. Now she's like part robot, which is like not robot, droid.
Cyborg.
Yeah.
Something. I'm glad she's alive though. I was actually very disappointed that they killed off her in the last season.
And in that way, yeah. This episode had some like Iron Man feels to it, like including that how like she was like dying and he like made her like part droid whatever in order to save her. And then later on in the episode when we had those what were they called, dark troopers or something that were coming in like Iron Man.
The droid cyber troopers.
Yeah. But
there was definitely, I feel like because of Favreau, there's a lot of Iron Man references in this show.
Yeah, makes sense. One thing.
I was just gonna say it was so bizarre seeing Boba again. But
yeah.
So
But cool. I mean,
So
this,
cool.
yeah, like I love how in this season we're getting like characters are being brought back, and we're having like animated characters coming to life. Like it's just been a very exciting and surreal season. So this was pretty epic, to
Yeah.
have Boba Fett come back. I think Dark Troopers were in Rebels.
And
I don't even remember.
yeah, we got some form of the Dark Troopers and Rebels, I think,
Mm-hmm.
like an early version. These are the much more advanced
Yeah.
ones. But yeah, I love that it's like, but was just like, I want the armor. It's like, you don't take my armor. It's like, not your armor. I want my armor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Which, he act.
sorry. You go ahead. No, you go ahead. Oh, you froze. Oh, you're unfreezing? There you go.
Oh,
Wait, sorry. There's like a slight delay in our
I was. Yeah, this is weird. I've not usually been this delayed before.
No, that's okay. It's the internet, or probably both of our internets.
Hang on, I'm gonna. I'll just doesn't work. This hurts. I'll be back. I'm
Okay.
not leaving anywhere, but.
Okay, you do your thing.
Go and chat.
Oh yeah. All right, let's see. I was so excited when I saw us leave one on screen. I can't believe people actually called Boba being the one who saved her back in season 1. Yeah, I mean, I remember that name being thrown out there, along with I think Cad Bane was the other one, and I think another name was being thrown out. Honestly, I see. I thought I don't remember what I was exactly thinking. I thought Boba Fett would have been cool, but I wasn't like, holding on to that. But people were right. Fennec said, "Looks like you saw a ghost Mando for some reason." Well, he thought she was dead. I want Cad Bane in a show. I would like that too. I still think it would be cool to see him in live action. One thing I want to mention is and obviously I have no idea how to even read it, but like I noticed when Baby Yoda finally like touched the stone, it took a couple minutes. He just kind of sat there. He didn't know what to do. He finally put his hand on the stone, and all of a sudden he just like went into like meditation mode. One with the force shields going up. Mando can't break through it. It's like this crazy force field. When he did that, there were these letters or words that were illuminated around the stone. I can't read it, but I would be so curious for like the super smart Star Wars people who can read that language and can translate it. I would be so curious as to like what that said. If there's any like, we lost him. If there was any hint to like something to come or something that we already know, like something from the prequel trilogy or something. But I thought that was kind of cool. I'd be curious as to know what it means, but I don't know. I need like what are they called? One of those things to decipher it. Do you want a Baby Yoda meditating on a stone with a light effect doll? Yeah. Who wouldn't? Oh man. But how's it going over there, Inspector?
I'm making it. I think.
Okay.
I'm making it.
Okay.
I think it's. At the same time, I think I made it worse.
Well, that's okay. Listen, we can, speed things along. It's, this was a short episode anyway. Warning was, do not sit on the stone is for warming pizza.
I'll be back one more time, and then I'll.
Okay.
All right.
No worries.
I'm gonna leave real quick.
Okay. Hi, guys. I feel very exposed right now. But, so, okay, well then, all right, so I wanted to mention that thing about the stone. Yeah, I don't know what it means, but I'm sure, someone's going to figure it out. But then, yeah, so then they're hanging out, and then all of a sudden, another ship comes in, and all of these stormtroopers kind of, like, show up, and, I think that was then, again, when Mando was like, all right, we got to get the kid out of here, and he tries again to, like, break through that force field, and he could not get through it. So Mando was like, all right, well, you know what, let me see if I can hold them off and buy you more time. So he leaves him, and goes to help Boba and Fennec fight the stormtroopers. That transport was like a clown car. So many troopers. I know there was a lot of them. Part of me I understand why. Okay, he left Grogu to go like help them fight the stormtroopers, but on the other hand, I was like, you know why they're there. Why would you leave him unguarded? Like, yes, he does have the force field around him. Nobody can get through it, so he's at least for now protected. But you don't know how long that's going to be. Um, you okay?
I think.
All right.
I think I'm back. Yeah.
Okay. Looks fine. Sounds fine. So,
Yeah.
I just started talking about when the stormtroopers arrive.
Yeah. I did like, so Baby Yoda Grogu does connect with the Seeing Stone thing, which is, like, I love how he's, like, just, like, got the little fingers,
Mm-hmm.
the little kind of pose where he's all...
He looked very Yoda-like.
He's actually...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, Amanda's just like...
Oh, no.
We can't do this. It's right now, and he tries to, like, stop it, and it's like, no, Amanda, let it go. This is why we're here. We gotta fix... Am I back?
It's going in and out. Oh, you're back.
Frozen?
Now there's a delay. Okay, now you're on...
I don't know why. Traffic must be hectic here or something.
That's okay. Listen, believe me, I know. That happens to me all the time. But sorry, go ahead. You're good. It seems to be good now.
I was just... Yeah. Where were we? I was talking about how Baby Yoda, Baby Grogu is all doing the Force connecting, and Mando's like, you gotta you gotta let Mando, you gotta let him do his thing. You can't. This is why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and so Mando keeps trying to stop it. It's just like, you can't let it.
Yeah, there was
stop.
like...
Mando, you can't interfere.
Yeah, there was like there was no breaking through that barrier for whatever reason. There was no getting through that. But it does mean that it worked, in my opinion. Like, it worked. So I'm assuming we're gonna see Jedi either in the next episode or
Yeah, we
finale.
definitely got the signal out there.
Mm-hmm.
So a Jedi knows. Don't know who got it,
right?
But hopefully we'll see. We'll probably get an answer in the finale.
Yeah.
Whether they show up to save the day with Grogu, or they show up just as the last second to like get us ready to save Grogu in the next season, if the season ends on a much more unfortunate note.
Right. Yeah. Like, they might not necessarily show up in time. Okay. Real question: was it a Jedi only call, or could Sith pick up that call too?
Could a Sith have picked that up too?
I don't think
Maybe.
so, because it's a Jedi.
The only Sith.
I don't.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't see how, like, not making them all joke. I don't see how or why a Jedi would pick it up, because it is like Jedi Temple ruins, and Ahsoka said a Jedi will. I don't remember what her exact words were, but it was something along the lines of Jedi will be able to sense you through the Force, like along those lines.
And
so But I guess we'll find out.
I think
episode 2.
Because the only Sith out there is that.
Sorry, can you say that again? You were saying...
I was just saying, is like the only Sith that's technically out there that we know of that's in canon is Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
Am I open? What is happening on my eyesight?
I don't know.
This is understand. I don't it.
It's okay. Listen, I feel your pain. And I lost him. But we'll keep going. So anyway, well, back to the crazy battle. So we, like, I mean, it's just, you know, I felt like Boba Fett got his moment. He got the return that he deserved. Like, you know, in Return of the Jedi, he was like so easily defeated. You need to see Stone. The Google overlords are taking over Inspector's setup. Or maybe it's the Sith. So Boba Fett was so easily defeated in Return of the Jedi, like, you know, he was just like swallowed up in that Sarlacc pit. But then, like, he comes back in this episode and he just like kicks everyone's butt. I mean, he like smashed those stormtroopers. He crushed them. Like, it was just like mind blowing. Poor Inspector.
Okay. I don't know if this is gonna be any better. This makes no sense. Why?
You figured it out, Inspector. I got this.
There's like two things that bother me.
It's a little chilly in my apartment today. Anyway, so,
Yeah, it's like, you got a blunder now.
What's that? You look evil. Just a bad night on the net, no worries. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and that was really like the rest of the.
Like now, what affected? I was gonna say, what affected you that one Friday or something, like where everything was just going bad on your internet. Now it's my turn.
Now it's your turn. I went through a couple of weeks like that, consistently.
Yeah.
But then I don't know what changed. I'm assuming it's just something, you know, something in my area. So anyway, and so that was really like the rest of the episode was just Boba Fett, like just he had like this stick with, like, I don't know what you call it, the stick with the spike one Friday. We went between Fridays and Sundays. Boba had like this staff with like a spike at the edge of it, and he just like smash, and like Stormtrooper would be like, you know, with his weapon, like, you know, getting ready to shoot, and all of a sudden, like, you know, Boba would come up behind him and just like whack, and he's gone. So very impressive. I feel like he got had his moment. He got the return that he deserved. Which I feel like has been a theme in this season. Like, everyone's kind of, all these characters that we love have been having their moments and making us really excited. She had legendary nights on the net. It's kind of like Gaffy. Oh, Gaffy's sick. They'll probably say he got it from a Tusken somehow. Oh, I think I read something about that. Something along those lines. We'll see. Boba was very enjoyable. Now, at one point in the midst of this fight, so there's this period of time. So, all right. So they're all fighting, and all of a sudden, Boba Fett happens to look up, and he sees the Razor Crest, and he gets an idea. So then he kind of like disappears, and then Fennec is like kind of trying to hold the fort down for a little bit on her own. She's shooting things, and the stormtroopers are whipping out the big guns, and they're shooting at rocks, and all of a sudden, like, it hits one of the rocks, and she gets this idea, like Indiana Jones moment, where she pushes this huge stone down, and it like rolls down the hill, and it starts like crushing all the stormtroopers, and she wipes a couple of them out that way, which was, again, this was just a really great fight scene. I really liked that, and this whole episode made me like her better too. She was very impressive. So at one point, the Mandalorian had been knocked out. He wakes up, and goes with Fennec to, you know, join the fight. And so the two of them are holding down the fort, trying to take out the stormtroopers. And all of a sudden, who shows up but Boba Fett in his gear? He's got the helmet on, he's got the vest, and he's once again is just wiping all these stormtroopers out. It's like amazing. And Boba versus Ahsoka, who wins? Ahsoka, no question. Welcome back, Inspector. We're almost done.
Can you hear me? Can you see me? Am I good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
All right, yeah, it seems to be
I'll
fine.
do my best from now on.
Okay, that's okay. Listen, no worries. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Um, so I was just talking about what
Okay. So,
I was just talking about when
what?
Boba Fett shows up with the armor on.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Boba Fett and them get their meet up, get their situation fixed, and now the stormtroopers are all here, and
Mm-hmm.
they're fighting. And I gotta say, the, the stunts in this episode are brutal.
Yeah.
Like, whoever the stunt team really needs, like, they deserve so much for getting beat by Boba Fett.
Yeah, this was an episode where I'd be curious to hear about like the behind the scenes stuff, like the stunt work that they did, and I'd be curious as to what they did, what the actors did, and what the stunt people did. I hope they do another Mandalorian roundtable because I'd really be curious to hear all these behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, I really do hope that we get another like back gallery kind of story thing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like we last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, this definitely they went ham in this action, and then yeah, Boba finally gets his armor back.
Mm-hmm. And he's like using all like his weapons, and there's like the thing that pops out of the knee thing, and it shoots out.
Yeah, the knee rockets, little wrist blasters and everything.
Hey Robert, how are you? And so anyway, once he comes back and again he starts taking them all out, the stormtroopers realize that they, while not outnumbered, they are outpowered, and
the stormtroopers realize, oh, we're dealing with Boba Fett. Let's get out of here.
Mm-hmm. And they retreat and return to their ships, and there's two ships and they take off, and Boba like takes down the I'm not good with my terms, okay? He takes down the yeah, and it goes off, hits one ship, and then bangs into the other ship, and so the two ships explode, and they're like, oh, a nice shot, and he was like, I was aiming for the other one. I like that line. He's like, cool,
And then we get the saddest tragedy of the whole episode.
Mm-hmm.
The Razor Crest gets blown up.
God. And it's like, this ship has been through so much this season. I mean, it's constantly getting trashed.
We just fixed it.
Oh, we lost him. We just fixed the Razor Crest, and then boom, in one shot, the ship explodes. And so you're in my spot, dude. You're in my spot. The Razor Crest takes.
I do not know what's happening.
You're back, but your video is not on, and you're in my spot.
Yeah.
Get out of my spot. Oh, there we go. This has been a fun stream.
This night. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, am I good? Am I back again?
You're good. It's okay. It's okay, Inspector.
That honestly was like the thing that made me like the saddest was just seeing the ship. It was basically the home. It was our home, and we just annihilated it.
Mm-hmm. And the only thing that survived was the little ball that Baby Yoda liked to play with, and the spear.
And the spear, which he just recently got.
Made out of Beskar.
Yeah.
But before he like goes through the wreckage, right after his ship gets shot down, all of a sudden, these dark troopers, Iron Man looking things, whatever, come shooting down from the from the ship, land all around Baby Yoda.
They make their way down to Baby Yoda.
Mm-hmm. Just as the force field disappears, Grogu's out of his trance, and he's vulnerable. And at the same time, like, they see what's happening, and so Mando and Fennec and,
Boba gets his
he gets the ship, yeah. And so they're running, trying to catch up to Grogu to save him. Now I'm thinking if he just had his jetpack, he would have been able to just fly up there. But I realized then the plot would just be.
Well, some people kind of have said, and I kind of, well, sometimes you're in a panic. You don't think about the logical thing to grab or something like that. The other thing is like, I think, and I kind of agree. I think it would have been much more interesting if he did have his jetpack, and then he took one of the Dark Troopers, stopped him, but Grogu still got away, but one of the Dark Troopers was taken out, stopping Mando from getting it, which I think would have been a much more interesting prevention.
Yeah, that would have been more interesting to see, but instead it was just him running really slow up the hill. And obviously,
did you see how far away that was from the battlefield?
It was far. I just feel like if this was real life, it would have been really stupid to just leave him by himself up there. Like, you know what's going on. You're better off fighting from the top. I don't know. I'm overthinking it, but Boba could have used his jetpack, but who knows? True.
I think the Slave One has, like, scanning prevention, like hidden sensors, because it's a smuggler bounty hunter ship. It doesn't want to be, so I don't think, it could be detected by the Imperials at the moment.
Oh.
That's what I'm going with.
But anyway, so these Dark Troopers, they grab Baby Yoda and they take him back to their ship. And that's when, Mando goes and he looks through the wreckage or whatever. And he was like, well, I guess we're even, you got your armor back, and Boba was like, no, we didn't uphold our end of the deal. We're not leaving you until you get the child back.
So. Yeah, and like my part of the deal is you get the child, we protect the child, and well, we failed, so we gotta help you. So we gotta,
and I thought that was very honorable of them. Like they could have just left him, but they.
It's nice to see this kind of side of Boba that we don't get to see in many of the other media. I mean, we have the animated series, but that's young Boba.
Right.
This is the older, much more bounty hunter-esque Boba. Yeah.
And he's been through a lot over the years, so. And, I don't know. I don't know if what's that?
AMXC, I was going to say, AMXC is like, the windows are on top of the ship, not the bottom. And who looks out the windows in Star Wars? Everybody uses scanners. Nobody looks out the window and sees, oh yeah, the Falcon's like flying away.
This is true. So anyway, so we know that they'll be working together over the next few episodes to at least attempt to get Baby Grogu back. But Mando also decides to enlist the help of two more people. He goes to Cara Dune, who is now like a Marshal of the Republic. I wrote her
I wonder if he does recruit
Marshal of the New Republic.
Is what I'm curious about.
Well, as soon as he goes to her and says, "Listen, I need you to bail my old friend out of jail. He needs to bring him out of jail or whatever." Now this was the guy that Mayfeld, was it? Mayfeld, who we saw in one of the episodes last year. This was someone he used to work with. He's like, I need you to bring this guy out. And she's like, listen, because of my role now, I have to do things a certain way. And then he's like, they got the child, and she's like,
yeah, she's like, oh, I got it.
She's like, let's go.
It's serious now.
So
baby's in danger.
Mm-hmm. So I could see her working along with it. I don't know, maybe the next episode will be bringing this guy out. But let's see. I wonder why he was confused about the.
I was just gonna say I have to agree with what Captain Spike is saying. Sorry, you're kind of lagging. I'm missing.
Oh no, that's okay. That's okay. No, I was just reading what he was saying. I wonder why he was confused about the Empire when he saw the cruiser, but not the stormtroopers.
Yeah. I was wondering. I figured he shouldn't be surprised. Like, it's not even 5 years since the Battle of Endor, so it's I'm kind of surprised he's surprised that the Empire. I mean, it's only one cruiser too, so it's it shouldn't really be that big of a. The whole Empire's back. From one cruiser, he kind of gets this. So I feel I'm curious why that was his reaction. Yeah, the stormtroopers I feel would have been a bigger tip off, but even then, still, it's like he shouldn't have been that surprised that the Empire was back.
I could be wrong, but I feel like the stormtroopers to them probably aren't a big deal because there was that on that episode with Cara Dune, and Grief Karga. There was that one Empire base or whatever, and there were a couple of stormtroopers. They was old, like to them it was old and not being used. It turns out it really was, but there was just a couple of stormtroopers there. So I think people know that they're still around. But when they see the big, huge cruiser filled with important people, like it means okay, there's people in power, there's people in charge. Like I think it's more so like what it represents.
I will say though, again, it's Boba Fett. He's been. I actually do wonder, like, what has Boba Fett been doing for 5 years on Tatooine or something?
It's a good question.
I guess he's been alone on Tatooine for so long, and then he's finally he hears about all these things. He's not actually been out there off world.
Yeah.
I guess he does have a ship. Oh man, I really need to know. I need these questions answered.
Oh. In the
Oh, we also get another. Sorry.
That's okay.
You okay?
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we also get another bit of info. We get to finally confirm that Jango and Boba Fett are Mandalorians.
Yes.
Which is something that's been kind of up in the air for like years.
Right. Oh, we lost him. Right at the good part. Yeah, so that apparently... Oh, he's in my spot again. We hear you.
I don't get it. Why does it do this?
Tag, you're it.
This day. What is this day?
I know, you're having a day. I'm sorry. Tag, you're it.
Okay. Am I back? Am I good?
You're good. You're good.
Okay. What was I saying?
About Jango Fett. Being a foundling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were Mandalorian. Yeah, they're Mandalorians. And his, little, I guess, kind of family tree or something like that, little thing of codes of words.
Yeah.
I think somebody translated it, and that they've got, like, what was originally, like, Jango's legend story has some of it been brought back, where it's, like, his recruiter found, like, I think his name was Jasper Morel or something like that. Is brought back. Is everything okay on my end?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
I'm good?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just saying the chat, like, am I okay yet?
Oh, no, that's MXC being like, are you okay? Are you okay? The whole
Yeah.
Wanda thing, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a good, I like this confirmation finally.
Yeah.
That, and it does, again, brings it full circle, like, Boba Fett created Boba Fett just himself created this whole Mandalorian origin history and everything, and now he's officially a part of it.
Yeah.
Like, he is a Mandalorian now.
Sorry, bad timing. Yeah. So, yeah, we had a lot of good stuff in this episode.
Yeah, and then we end with Moff Gideon meeting Grogu, which was very intense.
Grogu is pissed, and he's so like he enters the room, and Grogu's like taking these stormtroopers and just whacking them, and it was just, to me, like, that scene was so gut-wrenching for me, because you could just feel his pain. Like, he's so angry and he's so scared that he's just like exerting every ounce of energy that he has, and he's just lashing out and just attacking these stormtroopers. And then, like, as soon as Moff Gideon approaches him, he's just like,
he's all tuckered out.
Yeah, he's like, he's got nothing. He could barely keep his eyes open, and he's just so weak. And he whips out the dark saber.
The dark saber. He's like, have you seen one of these? yeah, I think you have.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's kind of bringing up some PTSD for Grogu from
Mm-hmm.
if he was during the the purge.
Yeah. Um, and then they stormtroopers take out their they set their guns to stun and knock him out, and then they put these little teeny tiny handcuffs on Baby Yoda.
They have baby shackles. They have baby handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
That was the funniest thing. I mean, I know there's other aliens out there with all their little different shapes and sizes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the funniest thing. It's like, hey, grab the baby shackles.
Yeah.
grab the baby handcuffs in the back.
Who had maybe it's like a one size fits all thing, and they can just kind of like adjust the setting, I don't know.
Yeah.
And that was how the episode ended.
Yep.
Cyber Detective, another example that proves that Stormtrooper armor doesn't protect them exactly, because they were easily destroyed. In my episode, Grogu Force pulls that saber and goes slice and poke in the eye with it. Well, it looked like that's what he was trying. I think that's what he was trying to do, because it looked like he was trying to manipulate it.
He was gonna reach for it, and I was just like, don't touch it, don't touch it. You know better. That burns.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think Grogu can like hold that saber. That's like a giant.
Be like bigger than him.
The handle's like I think as tall as him.
Poor baby Grogu. But and that was the episode.
Yeah, and now we got I'm assuming we're assuming the like 2 more episodes of a finale.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a big finale ahead of us.
Yep. And hopefully we'll get some more questions answered, and I anticipate we'll be left on a cliffhanger.
Oh, I will say this. I'm excited to see this one thing. To see if the slave one still has seismic charges. Those exploding things that in Attack of the Clones. Like I'm like, if that'd be a cool callback little thing if they destroyed the ship with one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are powerful things. I feel like, why don't I see more of those in the movies? It's like, why doesn't the Rebellion or the Empire have these things? These things are powerful.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we will. They've been doing a lot of callbacks this season, so we may very well. All right.
Definitely. I honestly, it was one of those things I did not expect them to top the Ahsoka episode, but this, I mean, it doesn't really top it, but it's definitely just as I didn't expect this many big things to happen so soon.
Yeah, I agree. For me, it didn't top Ahsoka, but it was still just as exciting, like because we get to see Boba, and it would have been even more exciting if Tython was more impressive, but
yeah.
-1.
Yeah.
5 to 6 out of 10.
Yeah,
I'll give it a 6 or a 7. 6 or a 7. I gotta think about it. Maybe a 7.
I'd give it a 7. Like a few points for some things, but otherwise it's still a good and all around well made episode.
Yeah, always a -1 without Anakin, and then Tython -2. Portal. The fan service has been strong in these past 2 episodes.
Yeah, very, very strong.
Rebel was there for his big fans, yes. Yep. Well.
Yeah. This is. I really don't have much else to say about this episode. Except I liked it, and the finale is very hype.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. I'll be doing my watch parties next Friday and the following Friday. So y'all are welcome to join. And
on my reaction. And yeah, we'll be here again Sunday, hopefully with less internet problems.
Yes, it's okay. Listen, like I said, it happens. It certainly happens to me way more than it happens to you. So, so I feel your pain.
Yeah.
What if we see a Jedi show up on Tython next episode and they learn what happens and goes after them? Well, that's one of the things we were talking about is that earlier on is that it obviously worked. Putting Grogu on the seeing stone, so someone obviously must have sensed him. We don't know who it is, but they're probably going to show up.
connection
Mm-hmm.
and call, which is nice.
Yeah.
Um,
The boots of a Jedi.
yeah, I'm happy. Like some people have kind of complained about the fan service, and I'm just like, but it's good fan. This is good fan service.
People are like,
this is,
so the Star Wars fans are so words that are inappropriate for me to use. Cranky. I'll say cranky,
yeah.
because damned if you do and damned if you don't. There's just no pleasing them. So.
Yeah, anyway, this fan service isn't really fan service. It's like, it makes sense because it's Mandalorian. Of course he's going to be somebody related to Mandalorians like Bo-Katan and Boba Fett, all these other things.
Mm-hmm.
And he was sent, and he's got Grogu who needs Jedi, so he of course would run into somebody like, there's not many Jedi left, so the only ones left would be Ahsoka, Luke, all these other kind of possibilities, so yeah, it would be these characters we know.
Yeah, I feel like everything they did this season made perfect sense. And like what people who are complaining about fan service, like these are the people who are complaining about the sequel trilogy, that they weren't listening to fans. Like, so it's like you were pissed you didn't get it, and now you're getting it, and you're still pissed. So.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know which ones are complaining. I don't know who is complaining, but I just know I've heard some people complaining.
Yeah.
So yeah. Like, it's not that big a deal for me. I'm quite enjoying this.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. I don't mean you. I mean, like, these people who are complaining, like, grow up. Star Wars isn't real. It's not real, okay? There are people who forget that, too. They also forget that if they don't like a particular character, that it's the actor's fault. Why did this character make this choice? It's the actor's fault.
Yeah, it's like, the actor has no power in that at all. I mean, sure, they can voice their opinions, but we've seen actors voice their opinions, and that doesn't change anything about the character.
No. Star Wars is very real. I have a lightsaber to prove it. I've seen the Falcon. It's true. All of it. Actors should never get the beef. Yeah, no. And people forget that. They forget that they don't write it. They don't write it. There are people with pens and paper that do it.
The whole thing where actors like getting beef and all this, I feel like, I don't know if that's worse or better. I feel like it's better than it was back then, because back then we didn't have a platform where people could, understand the actors, or all this sort of thing. They can actually they can see the actors now more than or connect or talk or chat or something with the actors. Whereas back then, all you heard about an actor was on TV or seen them in the news or something.
I think that was better though, because now they're too accessible. Now, like, it's it's easier for people to attack them because they can easily access them. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, true. I do get that, but at the same time, I feel like people will just say all they want. Nobody could stop them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say everything. Like, nobody could defend the person being attacked. Basically, back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only way they could defend themselves, and not many people could voice their side. I don't know. It's a weird kind of misbalance.
Mm-hmm.
And a thing.
Yeah. For actors, it isn't just Star Wars. They get flack for DC and others too. Well, yeah, because people are miserable. They're just miserable people.
Yeah, it's any kind of fan of any kind of situation. There's always somebody getting blamed when they shouldn't be getting blamed.
Yeah. We are able to see the toxic fans and say something about it to the people themselves.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably wrap things up before we lose you again.
Yeah. Which is weird now. Finally, it's like all good. I'm good.
I know. And the fandom is live.
Yeah, hopefully next week I'll be all clean, all good. Hopefully the traffic is down. Nobody's hogging my internet.
Yeah, no worries. It happens. But all right, guys. Well, thank you everybody for watching and for chatting with us. We always appreciate it. Like I said, I will be back on Friday doing the watch party. If you all would like to join, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's talk about Last Jedi. Shut up. And Inspector's going to be doing his reaction as well next weekend.
Yep.
And as always, if you haven't already, please follow the Inspector Who Reacts. He has a lot of great stuff on his channel. You should definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And I will be back on Monday on Twitch if you guys
Sunday.
want to hang out. And we will be back Sunday.
Monday for Twitch, Sunday for us.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we'll be back next weekend talking about the next episode. So, thank you again, everybody, for watching. We really appreciate it. Everyone, be happy, be well, be safe. Have a great week. And we will catch you all in the next stream. Bye, everyone.
Take care. See you there. Bye bye.